an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. If you haven't seen the Met Gala video I did yesterday, I recommend everybody check it out. And I'm doing a follow-up video on it because I missed a few things that were important that I wanted to point out. I mean, just some of the most embarrassing stuff you will ever see in your life. Especially being that the masses believe that this is a who's who get-together of the most popular, cool people on the planet. In reality, this is just a bunch of freak show satanic losers getting together, and the Lord only knows what they're doing behind closed doors there. But I thought it was important to show a few of these things because you won't believe who showed up. Well, you will believe it. But it's just hilarious going through the photos of some of these people who happen to be there. Look who it is. It's our CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki. Or however you say its name. Whew. Man, if anyone there was going to wear a rug over their head, it might have been Susan, you would hope, right? Maybe she, Susan's just wearing a gown as if this is her prom night. While most of these other freaks are wearing capes and curtains and all sorts of stuff. Chandeliers, which I'll get to in a minute. You'd think maybe Susan would go that route. Maybe just, if I were her, I would have taken my bed sheet and just put it over my head and poked 2 holes in it. That might have been better for everybody involved. But Susan's there, so here's Susan, unbiased Susan. There she is, of course, with this other YouTube content creator that gets shoved down everyone's throat. This is the guy who, girl, guy, whatever, man, makeup person, guy, someone who was born a man doing makeup on YouTube, which gets shoved down everyone's throat. He's invited as well to the show, and she's hanging out with him, and these might be content creators, the other people, I don't know who they are. But here's Susan rubbing shoulders with all these elites, right? So what a surprise that she's there. She's somebody who is pushing censorship against anyone with a conservative viewpoint. Then I don't even consider myself someone with a conservative viewpoint because I don't believe in politics. I don't believe in the left and right. Yet I keep getting lumped in with these people. They think I'm a Trump supporter and I'm an alt-righter. And no, none of it's real. This is a matrix. There is no right to vote. It's an illusion. It's a selection process. Anyway, Susan decides to show up here, but she's not biased, hanging out with all these liberal people, as they would be declared. You know, the people who I expose all the time. She wouldn't find offense to it and demonetize those types of YouTubers and silence them because, she plays things fair and biased as a CEO, which is what you're supposed to do. Oh, no, she does not. And for those of you who probably most people won't like this, but let's just be realistic when we're talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the president now, but Donald Trump was rubbing shoulders with these people for years. Every year, actually. Donald Trump and his daughter and Kushner, they were attendees at this dysfunctional, satanic Met Gala for a long period of time. You can see tons of photos of him walking the red carpet with his wife at Met Gala after Met Gala after Met Gala. Now, all these people who are his friends at the Met Gala, they've all turned on him. They hate him because he's a conservative, right? But he was friends with these people, these actors, all of these politicians and these artistic people who show up. And Trump showed up, and now all of a sudden he's just been, they don't like him anymore. They hate him. He's not allowed there. Right. Well, something must have changed. He was selected. Now, let's take a look here at Katy Perry. Katy Perry, multiple costumes at the event here. Let's start with the hamburger. You see Katy Perry dressed up as a cheeseburger, or hamburger, whatever you want to call it. A burger. This is obviously not some cutesy, ooh, how adorable. She's a hamburger. She's so funny and unique and quirky. Now, that's what the people out there will tell you. This is definitely some type of reference or code to some type of sick sexual preference. Because there's another guy at the event with Gwen Stefani who happens to be wearing a hamburger jacket. So these people are looking to decide what they want to wear to this event of the who's who's, and she just picks out a hamburger. What are they, replacing pizza now with the hamburger? I mean, you can only wonder and speculate what the hamburger represents. But they use all these foods in normal terminology because then they could say it in front of everybody and nobody would think twice about it. Right, like we saw with the pizza, and once all that stuff came out, I mean, just finding people wearing pizza onesies, tweeting a picture of them eating pizza, writing really weird stuff that doesn't make you think about pizza or food. Now we get the hamburger. But then Katy Perry, as you saw this picture probably in my video yesterday, I actually saw it after the fact. That's why I didn't comment on it. I recorded the video first with the pictures I had, and then I saw this picture after. Katy Perry dressed up as a chandelier. Now this is normal. Now this is just what everybody, this is how people think, right? I mean, girls out there, before you're going to a wedding or you're going to the prom, are you looking around and you're like, what am I going to wear? You go to the store, you don't like any of the dresses, you're like, I don't know, should I wear a black? Should I wear red? Is this too high? Is this too low? Is this too conservative? Is this too slutty? Right? And then you can't decide. You come home, you're sitting at your kitchen table, and you just look up at the chandelier, and you go, you know what? I'm going to wear the chandelier. That's what I'm going to be. I'm going to wear the chandelier to the prom. No one's going to make fun of me. It's normal. It's artistic. The chandelier. And your mom says, oh, you can't wear the chandelier. Why, Mom? Well, I mean, you can, but, I don't want to take it off the roof. You look around, you're like, oh, man. I mean, can I wear the sofa? Well, I mean, what else could I possibly wear? Can I just put a TV through my head and wear it? Can I tape a tablet to my face? I mean, huh? Now, this obviously represents the illuminated ones. There's a reason she's dressed up in the chandelier, and the chandelier turns on and it's illuminated, right? This is them rubbing it in. You see my video on lights, the obsession with light. We know that the Freemasons refer to Lucifer as the light bearer. Okay, that's what all these Satanists believe, that Lucifer is the light bearer. But just the ridiculousness of all this stuff, that people aren't just going, these people are weird freaks. Like, this isn't art. They're just weird freaks. A chandelier dress to the Met Gala, which is supposed to be like this elegant gala to raise money. Because remember, philanthropy, of course, all these people would be there for philanthropy. And I don't know what this one guy's name is, but I just want to point out, because I've seen this guy on TV before he took Jon Stewart's place. If you haven't seen this guy, this is the least funny human being I have ever seen in my life or listened to. This guy is the worst. I mean, the worst. The jokes are abysmal. And this guy's getting shoved down everyone's throat. And he's like a sex symbol. Oh my gosh. I mean, the people falling for this stuff it's really, really sad. Now, another thing you'll see is the Egyptian statues, right? Because all the stuff inside of here is just, it's Egyptian worship, right? They always talk about how these people are obsessed with the Egyptian gods. That's why, the Freemasons as well, they follow the Egyptian gods and Egyptian teachings. It's in their Masonic Bibles. This is what they're all about. Horus and all these freak show gods with dog faces. You can see them inside the Met Gala just loving, ooh, we're standing in front of this. You have Cher performing. Yes, Cher was summoned from her coffin to perform. In front of course, you see all the writings and all that stuff on the wall and the Egyptian gods, which isn't a surprise because that's what's inside of here. That's why this place is sacred to them. Many rituals occur inside of these places. Many, many rituals. They'll tell you, oh, the museum's closed today for renovations, or the museum's closed tonight because they're doing some type of huge meeting. Yeah, and all these people are coming in and going in secret entrances, and no one's seeing who's going down there. You can only imagine what they do, right? Tom Brady as well shows up here with his wife, the witch Giselle. Those of you probably saw the video I did. Tom Brady openly admitted that he uses magic and witchcraft to enhance his, oh, my wife does, she does these witch things to me, and all these rocks and sages and all this kind of crap, and it helps my game, helps me feel younger, right? But none of these people are witches. What would Tom Brady be doing at the Met Gala, right? Why is Odell Beckham there in a skirt, right? I mean, people said, well, he cut his arm sleeves and his pant legs off. Looks like the guy's wearing a skirt. Thankfully, this guy isn't in New York anymore. Embarrassment. And another thing I wanted to point out, when I'm looking at this, you're going to get a kick out of this. I'm getting ads popping up, right? And no, these are not remarketing ads. I guess it's because the websites are like Cosmo and Vogue that are putting all these pictures up from this nonsense event. Look at this. Look at these two ads. One for Tiffany's, right? Where the woman is holding the Tiffany box over her eye. Clearly all-seeing eye symbolism, is it not? I mean, how ridiculous is this? Do you think, is this what women do when a guy gets you something from Tiffany's? you just like, oh, I got the thing for Tiffany. Let me hold it up over my eye and start taking photos with it. It's so normal. I mean, it's so obvious. They're doing it everywhere. All these companies, they all are connected to this stuff. That's the only reason that these people are rich and run these corporations. It's not because they're more talented than you. It's not because they went to better schools than you. It's because they're all connected to each other. And they want you to worship them and then strive to be like them because they know that you'll never get in. So then your life, you'll just be beating yourself down more because you'll be trying to achieve these things and you'll keep having the door shut in your face. And they're like, no, everybody can achieve this. Why do you think they constantly push that on the TV? You could do this, you could do that, you can do whatever you want. Because they know you can't, because they control all these industries. And guess what? If you come out with an idea that no one's come out with, they're going to steal it from you. They're going to take it from you. If you file a patent on it, guess what? They're going to have the patent dismissed or rejected. Or if even it goes through, they're going to take the patent. And somebody can have themselves an accident probably, the guy who came up with the idea. You even see the Olay ad, another facial female product that's being promoted on the website, and she's holding the thing up over her eye with the shadow over the eye. I mean, the all-seeing eye syndrome is everywhere, and these people don't believe this stuff's going on. I mean, it is beyond belief. So the Met Gala, you had men wearing dresses, right? The new thing. All the Egyptian stuff, people dressing up as chandeliers, dressing up as their curtains, dressing up as hamburgers. And of course, you got Susan, YouTube Susan with Jackie, or however you say her last name, I could care less. Of course, rubbing shoulders with these people. The same people that people like me are trying to expose. And what a coincidence that she doesn't, there's no connection to that she's protecting these people, the same people she's friends with, right? Yeah, well, this is probably a bad look for you, Susan, because this is definitely another thing that people can use whose channels you're taking down because we're, exposing these people that you're friends with. So clearly you're biased and you're not acting as a CEO. There's nothing offensive in my content at all. If people don't understand it, that's fine. Turn it off. If people are offended because I'm not a love guy, tough. Get lost. I don't need people here with no spine. But there's nothing offensive. I'm not inciting violence. I'm not wishing death. Nope. Pointing out these losers and what they are. They're Satanists, the scum of the earth. So that was the Met Gala follow-up video. I thank you all for listening to today's show. God bless you and your families.
If you've ever had this feeling that something was